I think that's what everyone is thinking, right? Like, why can't they just abolish the excise tax and the VAT? Because, where do the taxes go anyway? But like you said, 90% of MSMEs are micro. And it makes me worry, and I might be sounding a little fatalistic here, but if this conflict is protracted,
Yes.
I mean, can businesses actually survive? And like, how can we find that sweet spot?
I think right now, we're not feeling the pain so much yet. But
Right.
when the prices really get exorbitant, then all of us will be, trying to find ways. It's good that it's better to be prepared now
Right.
and to anticipate what may be a prolonged situation. Don't you
But you
think the
know,
private sector is too, I don't know, relaxed to, or, leaving,
Optimistic?
leaving everything to government to solve this problem? I
no, no,
think
no.
we're all in this
The private
together.
sector are losing sleep,
I'm
worrying what will
sure.
happen to them. But just to give you some background, we have had crisis in 1978, no, and that was the time that uh,
There
the
was
price went four times,
rationing of
four times,
gasoline.
rationing, no, and but we are better situated now than that time for several reasons. Our GDP was at that time provided for by uh, by manufacturing in agriculture who uses a lot of product. Now our GDP is provided in a big way by services, BPOs, tourism, and like so. We are not exactly dependent on. On the other hand, most of our neighbors uh, are subsidizing their fuel and oil, no? And many of them produces their own. We only partly produce, what happens is while they are subsidizing, we're taxing, and that's the irony of it. So that's why you cannot blame people to say, well, this is not this is beyond us. We are willing to operate. We're going to go all the way so we can survive. But at the end
Also,
of the day, it's
also,
the beyond their control, the prices.
right, but also those who will benefit from the removal of the excise tax are industries and, just as a segment of society, actually.
Yeah, and to add to
Not
what
really.
Seth said, that's why most economists favor targeted subsidies. What are your thoughts?
Targeted subsidies like what they were intending on the 2% lessening of the VAT will profit the richer. But if you apply it to electricity, if you apply it to power, no, it goes to who? The driver, the users. It goes to the 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 rich one and the poor one, because at the end of the day, what you're trying to avoid is spiraling prices, inflation, which can happen. If and our economy can really go to a negative one, no? So that's what we're trying to avoid. And the only way you can do that is by blunting the effect on the price of fuel and electricity. Because if that is the one that happened, that is stopped, which is beyond control of the business sector, and many of our people, then we will spiral down.
I wish we could also consider, because, well, my concern about the removal of the excise tax, it may give us a false sense of security. Consumption will be the same. We should also talk about conserving the use of
I agree,
energy.
fully agree, fully agree. The problem is, even if you remove the excise tax, if the prices goes beyond $120 per barrel, I don't think anybody will. It can cover everything, every increases, and a prolonged one, especially if it's a good thing now that we are not complete, as I said earlier. we're completely dependent on because then some industries will also prosper, like the alternate power industry, solar, windmills, and uh, so those are some of the industries that can prosper. But there are definitely losers. Everybody will be losing.